Hey folks, it's Anasos. I'm here on Packrat in my crash landing map. Well, actually single player copy of it. I'm obviously in creative mode flying around right now. A couple of weird things happened in that last episode. And well, one in the episode, one right after the episode. Actually, let's go up here to what happened in the episode first. We were trying to use the needle gun with that anvil ammo, and I was trying to figure out what happened to it. I never even saw the anvils on my side, but we'll go ahead and put this in here. Figured out what the problem is. Anvils can't fall onto half slabs. At least in this, they can't. So if you shoot it onto a regular block, it works just fine. If you shoot it onto a half slab, it disappears. So it's kind of like the sand trick or the whatever, where if you put a half slab or a torch under the sand, then when it falls, it just disappears. Yeah, that's the problem. So if you're going to use the anvil one, definitely make sure you put it onto a solid block of any kind. Any half slab or micro block, like these guys are here, these are all micro blocks over here, is going to cause you problems. So Pack shot one up here, which didn't work because it would have fallen onto that. And I don't remember where he shot the other one. But at any rate, that's the problem. So slabs don't work. Don't shoot your needle gun or your anvil ammo needle gun, whatever, onto half slabs. Okay, the other thing that happened is, like I said, I am in a copy of the map. I came over here to try a couple of things out, do a little experimentation offline, and not, corrupt or contaminate our main map. Let me just put that there, just so nothing falls through. And I was in here and I was messing around, and all of a sudden I heard explosions, and not like the normal creeper explosions out there. This thing blew up. This thing has been here since I don't know how long now, several episodes, and it just blew up, and it made me go, what in the world happened? I thought maybe the redstone got broken or something, but it basically led me to go do a little bit of experimentation with PneumaticCraft and pressure. So in the real map, I do have, well, we have one machine upgrade speed in here. All right, so let me just put it in, and I've drained the system. I broke the pressure tank and let it all drain out. So right now we're at 0 bars. Actually, we're not perfectly at 0. Let's make this perfect. We want this current air to be, well, I guess that is, it's not draining anymore. I guess that's it. I thought we wanted it all the way down to 5,000, but whatever. Let's try one more thing. How about right here? Anything drain? 5,000. Well, whatever. It's really, really close to completely drained. Let's go ahead and put one piece of coal in here with one speed upgrade and see what happens. And while that cooks, I've got a few little example setups here. So these are different little teeny tiny setups with just a little closed loop so that nothing gets out. And we're just going to try this with no speed upgrades. And we can see it says here it's currently producing 10 milliliters per tick. And we're going to see how far that one gets. This one we're going to put in one speed upgrade. Looks like I broke that one. I had run these before and I reset them to go ahead and record. And now with one speed upgrade we're getting 15 milliliters per tick. So 50% faster. This should have, yeah, so this one's got 2 in it already. Let's put a piece of coal in there. Oh, and that one should be, I think it says 23. So 50% of 15 is 7.5. So 15 and 7.5, I think it's 22.5. So there you go. 3 upgrades. Put one piece in there. So we should get another, whoops, another 50% or something. So it gets quite a bit faster. So this is 34 milliliters per tick, which is quite a bit faster than the first one. Over 3 times faster. And we'll put one in here with 4, and now we're up to 51. So that generates quite a bit of pressure, or quite a bit per tick, but it also uses up the coal like crazy. So this one's done already, and I'm pretty sure, if I were to guess, yeah, the first one I put in, not done. Second one, not done. But that one with all the speed upgrades is already complete. So this guy, while it created pressure very quickly, it only created 0.9 bars of pressure. And basically what this means is at 1 bar, your current air is twice as much as the volume. So this thing has 5,000 milliliters of space in it, and we've put 10,000 milliliters or 10 liters of air into it. So we've smashed the air down twice as small as it normally would be. And that's, pressure, duh, right? Okay, so let's take a look at that. That was 0.9. This one, of course, ran a little bit slower, but he got 1.1 bars. This one ran, another 50% slower. He got 1.2 bars. Again, 50% slower, 1.8 bars. And this one, again, 50% slower, also 1.8 bars. So there seems to be just a little bit of a bug with the speed upgrades. The first speed upgrade doesn't seem to reduce your efficiency, but it does give you 50% more, faster production. So 1.8 bars here, 13.8, whatever, 95, 1.8 bars here, 13.896. So just almost exactly the same amount. Okay, and then we got to talk about the size of the system, because these are all little teeny tiny systems. If I now put one in this system, which has just a bunch of extra tubes on it, we're going to find out that it's a smaller pressure because it's a larger volume. Overall, the entire system is larger. This compressor still has 5,000 milliliters of air, volume in it, but each pipe has a little bit of volume in it as well. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the pipes have, but the pipes have some. The pressure tank, of course, has some, etc. So let's let that run, and then we'll compare it to this one here. So this guy had 1.8 bars. We'll compare that in a second. So we come back to this, and it doesn't look like it's a problem. 0.4. All right, because we have our system set up. I guess anybody who hasn't seen our episodes, I'm not sure why you're watching this, but hey, that's great. We have our system set up so this pressure gauge tube outputs double the redstone power as the pressure. So at 4.5, this will be at 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that lights this block up, which then turns off the compressor. So when that gets to 4.5 on this end of the system, by the way, and there is some amount of time it takes for the pressure to equalize and get through the system, when it gets to this half of the system, it will come up and actually hit this with redstone, turn this off, and we won't generate any more pressure and it won't explode, right? Well, what I'm showing here is that last one. If it hits right at 4.5, we should get 0.4 bars out of it. And that should put us at 4.9, which is right before the breaking point. We should be just fine. And that was just fine until we got the drone. And I think I figured out what happened. This is the actual drone, and you might notice his pressure says he's at 5 bars. So this guy has his own little internal tank, and when he's sitting on top of the charging station, or in the station even, he will charge the system a bit if he has more pressure than the rest of the system. So he's actually putting air back into the system right now, and this should be going up slowly. Yep, there we go, 0.5, etc. So I think what happened is this made the 0.4 bars, but there was some amount of resonance because, again, it takes a little bit of time for the air to come through the system and get to this guy. Plus, this guy was actually not in the system. He was up on top in the, just hovering above it, doing the charging from up here, which is fine. You can do that. But do we see it here? Yeah, well, you don't really see it. It says it's going this way, but it's not. It's still charging the system, I believe. Anyway, long story short, yeah, he's still charging up the system from up there. Long story short, I think this got right almost to 5, and this guy had a little bit of extra, and he gave a little bit back, and then it didn't shut off right at the exact time, and then it got back here, and I think it got a little bit of resonance going back and forth, and I think that's what caused it to explode. All right, so long story short, a couple things. Actually, I said that twice, so I guess it's long story long. Anyway, couple things going on. One is this 4.5 that we've got set up to shut off at 4.5 is risky because one piece of coal in the smallest system possible, which you'll never have, will actually generate 1.8 bars worth of pressure. So if we're at 4.5 and we try to shut this off, we go way over 5 with this system. All right, now let's just take a quick look here. So again, this was 1.8 as well with one speed upgrade, and then let's check this guy right here. Same exact thing, but he got 0.8 bars because it's a larger volume. The problem I think with the larger volumes and more pipes is there's a chance for some resonances to set up, or you're generating power over there and you're looking, or air over there and you're looking for the pressure over here, so there's some amount of delay as it kind of checks here and tries to turn this off, and yeah, anyway. So all that being said and done, you'll see this probably in the next episode, our next real episode, but two things can be done to fix all of this. One is the safety valve tube, and this guy says he's going to release high pressure gases, and the formula is 7.5 minus redstone times 0.5. So if I had a level of 5 on my redstone, multiply by 0.5 or divide that in half, I get 2.5. 7.5 minus 2.5 gives you 5, and that would be the level that you want to make this guy release extra gas at 5. The other thing you can do is put a security upgrade in here. Now this is, I think I said in the last episode, this on some of these things, on the programmer, or I guess it's a security station. This actually makes it harder to hack the machine. But if you look in the upgrades tab here, security upgrade adds a built-in safety valve tube to the pneumatic machine. So just by putting this in, this thing already has a red zone. It knows not to get into the red zone. Put this guy in and it will automatically pop in if you ever start getting to that red zone. You can put it in the pressure chamber, you can put it in here, you can put it in here. So I think I'm going to just craft up a couple extra safety valve or security upgrades and pop them into different machines, because here it is. Yep, built-in safety valve, and that's a great way to protect everything. So I didn't pre-charge this, but let me put a few speed upgrades in here, and actually I'll mention one more thing. This with a lot of speed upgrades, you can actually generate pressure faster than it could go through the system. So right now, it's slowly going up because it's distributing it out and it's going to the system, and the gauge should be, reading pretty close. Yeah, I mean about a little less than 2 over here, and I bet you by now we're at 2 over here. It's pretty close. But if you start adding more, now look at how fast it's going up, and that's because it's generating pressure in that compressor faster than it will come out the tube. Over here we're still below 2. Over here we're going to blow up. Well, we're not, because the security upgrade, you can hear that. Let me turn it up a little bit. I usually have the sound down pretty low. The security upgrade has kicked in, and now, yeah, too much, don't blow. Okay, I had too many speed upgrades in. Even though that was trying to vent extra, it wasn't fast enough. All right, so do that one more time. As soon as it hits 5, you're going to hear that. Let's see if it says anything about it. Venting any. All right. It doesn't say it, but you can see it's just sitting there right at 299. If it went to 30,000. If it went to 30,000, then we would be at 5.0. It's rounding it, but if it goes over 30,000, you're in the red zone. So if I add one more, can we explode it? There we are. We're on the red zone. All right, and just because explosions are fun, I'll put the rest of these in. Oh, I ran out of coal. Oh, come on. You're preventing me from exploding things. That's also, by the way, the reason you don't use blocks of coal, because Sorry. You don't use blocks of coal because the system won't shut off quickly enough. And boom. All right, here we go. Blocks of coal with far too many upgrades. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, yeah. And it makes a pretty big mess. It knocks off some redstone over there, it blows up a few tubes, all sorts of bad things. So, and just to still prove it, the system over here still has 3.5. It was nowhere near the red zone. All right, so that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed my little tirade or investigation into pressure tubes and how the air moves through them, and the discovery that security upgrades, in fact, are a really good idea in your system, and has nothing to do with actually like multiplayer, other people hacking your system security. It just has to do with keeping it secure so it doesn't explode. Oh, you know what? Last thing I did want to show. I know, there's always one more last thing. This is a closed system right now, so it should not be losing any pressure. Let's look in here. You notice it's losing just a tiny bit of pressure? That's from the drone recharging itself. So if I pick you up, and then I look in here one more time, we can see it's no longer losing any pressure. So I think that actually also factored in. So this guy was sitting there just slowly taking a little pressure out. So right when it hit 4.5, it would hit kind of exactly on 4.5 bars, and then the compressor kicks in, and then I think it, did a little bit of resonance, had some problems, and caused an issue. So that's it. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.